It's Seneca, the subpar gamer.
Hey guys, it's Seneca here. I'm going to be playing a card game today called Marvel Champions from Fantasy Flight Games. One cool thing I do like about playing board games and card games is there's no lag. But anyways, this one is Spider-Man vs. Rhino. Played this a few times on regular mode, so I think it's time for Spider-Man and Rhino to take it to the next level. We're going to go expert on this one. That means Rhino starts off at level 2. His main scheme here is the break-in. He's trying to break into a shield facility. He's outside the wall going, little pig, let me in." But as he's breaking, he's also doing his side scheme, which is breaking and taking. He's stealing stuff. There is a lot of playthroughs or how to plays online, so I'm not going to go too much into that. I'm just going to kind of give you a demo here of how the game plays. Win or lose, we'll see what happens, and hopefully I don't make any mistakes. I'm going to grab my 6 cards here to start off. And here's what we pulled. Alright. So starting off, Peter Parker in his form here, he's got his alter ego. He has a scientist, a resource, generates a mental resource. Limit once per round. He's a scientist. He's got skills. Girls only like guys that got skills. Jeez. So I think I'm going to use that resource to bring in his web shooter here. I'll put 3 tokens on that. Each one of those will represent a resource that I can use when I exhaust it. From here on out, if when I use the word exhaust, I'm just going to call it exit. So if you see me X a card, it just means I'm exhausting it. At this point, he will become Spider-Man. Oh, I forgot to mention too, I could mulligan some of my cards here at the beginning, but a lot of times if I have 1 or 2 good cards, I try not to mulligan. Reason being is I can use those bad cards for resources, and that's exactly what I'm going to do here. I'm going to do swinging web kick, not a swimming one, but a swinging one. I'm going to pay for it with 2 great responsibility cards, and I'm going to get rid of my emergency card too. I'm not going to need that right now. That's going to do 8 damage to an enemy. And I'll put that on Rhino. Brings him down to 7. And then I think I'm going to use Spider-Man this turn to thwart. I gotta try to get rid of this breaking and taking. Unfortunately, I didn't have the card starting out to do that. But we gotta try to get some of that threat off there. We'll draw up to 5 cards now. Here's what we pulled. Ready up Spider-Man. The villain turn happens. Put 1 threat on the main scheme. Rhino's going to try. He's going to come out and attack Spider-Man. At this point, Spider-Man has an interrupt. When the villain initiates an attack against you, I draw a card. So we'll draw a card. We'll take that. And let's see if the Rhino will hit us. He's going to hit for 3. We'll just let him do the 3 damage. Let that go through. So now we're down to 7. At this point, an color card is going to come out. We got Stampede. When revealed, Hero, which is Spider-Man. Rhino attacks you. If the character is damaged by this attack, the character is stunned. So he's going to attack us again, which counts our Spider Sense off again, the interrupt. Get another card. 3. It has for 3. If I take it, I get stunned, and I don't want to do that. So I'm going to play backflip, get out of the way of that one. And that will end. Oh, no, I got to do another encounter card here because of his breaking and taking. Great. Eviction notice. May flip the alter ego form, choose one. Exhaust Peter Parker to remove it. Or discard one card at random from your hand. This card gains Surge. I am going to go over to Peter Parker's side and exhaust him. Either way, I got to change to Peter Parker. It says you may flip to alter ego, but I'm going to flip to get rid of that eviction notice. I got other cards I got to bring in anyway, so now that's the end of the villain phase. We're back to hero phase here. I'm going to use his one resource. I'm going to bring in Mockingbird. To do that, I'm going to X that, take one of my resources here. His other resource will come for there. It's going to be 2. And I'm going to discard Enhanced Senses. Enhanced Spider Sense. Now bring Mockingbird. When she comes in, she enters play, she stuns an enemy. We're going to stun the Rhino there. Next, I'm going to play this For Justice. I got to try to get rid of this threat. I got to pay 2 to do that. Oh man, I don't want to get rid of these cards, but I'm going to get rid of Helicarrier and Webbed Up. When I play this, I get up to 3 to remove from a threat. I'm going to get rid of that Breaking and Taking because I don't want to have the excess and counter cards during that phase. I'm going to flip him back over to Spider-Man's form. I'm going to use Mockingbird to attack the Rhino. That'll put 1 counter of damage on her. She's going to hit Rhino for 1. Brings him down to 6. At this point, I have no more cards to play, so I'm going to draw up to 5. And there's what I have. Villain phase. Threat goes up by 1. When this hits 7, if I don't lower that threat before then, the villain wins the game. Rhino would, at this point, I gotta ready these guys, sorry. At this point, Rhino would try to attack me, but he can't because he's stunned, so he loses that condition. An encounter card comes out. Play that. It's I'm tough. Give Rhino a tough status. If Rhino has a tough status card, this card gains Surge, but he don't. He says, bring it! So now he becomes tough. What that means is the next damage that I do to him will take that toughness off. So instead of actually him taking the damage. And now we're back to hero phase. Play the Swinging Web Kick. Burn one of my Web Shooter for 1. Get rid of Spider Tracer and the Power of Justice for 2 more. That'll be 3. That'll do 8 damage on him. That knocks out his first version. At this point, Rhino comes in, goes to version 3, or level 3, comes out with toughness, which he already has on him, so he doesn't gain that again. And he will stun each hero. So now Spider-Man is stunned, which is alright. What I'm going to do right away then, first get rid of this. I'm going to X that card. He would have attacked Rhino, but since he's stunned, he'll get rid of that condition. And let's have Mockingbird attack the Rhino for 1. She's going to take another point of damage there. 1 more should be KO'd. But that'll get rid of this toughness on Rhino. And at this point, I'm going to draw up to 5 cards. And there they are. Ready my characters. Threat goes up, Y1. Rhino will come up to, excuse me, attack me. At this point, my spider senses will go off. Grab a card. You know what? Mockingbird's going to say, Spider-Man, I'll take this one for you. So that'll be 4. 4 damage. Instead, she gets KO'd. Encounter phase, or encounter false alarm. When we revealed, you're confused. Nothing to see here, people, says Iron Man. So I get the confused condition on me. I'll take that. Alright, hero phase. Let's get some first aid out. I'm going to use my last resource there on the web shooter. First aid will heal me up 2. Brings me back up to 9. Let's get a black cat out here. I'm going to burn Interrogation Room and Spider Tracer to get her out. When she comes out, I discard the top 2 cards. Any of these that are mental, I get to keep. That is not. That is not. Let's have her attack Rhino for 1. And let's have Spidey do a basic attack for 2. Not too worried about that. Yeah, the level of the threat there. So drop to 3. 1, 2, 3. Or drop to 5, sorry. There's that. Ready both these characters. I'm moving on to the villain phase. Threat goes up by 1. Rhino is going to attack Spidey. Spider Sense goes off. Oh, he's got 4 there. Let's see what he does. I'm gonna take this 4 straight through to 4, so that takes me down to 5. Then the next phase, Stampede. Rhino attacks you. If the character is damaged by this attack, that character is stunned. We don't want that. So he comes back out again to attack. I get my Spider Sense goes off again and interrupt. Did not get any cards I wanted there. So I am going to try to block this one at least a little bit. 4, 5, 6. I block 3 of it. 1, 2, 3. Takes me down to 2, and I am stunned. All right. Hero phase. Did it now. Calling in the big guns, maybe. Let me think here. Actually, you know what? I'm going to do this. We're going to do For Justice. Got to pay 2. And if I pay with a mental resource, I can take 4 threat off something. We are going to do that. I'm going to pay with Heroic Intuition and then Surveillance Team, which has that mental resource. I can take 4 threat off the main scheme here. That'll help us out a little bit because I have to switch over to Peter Parker's side now. And next turn we have to heal up. And let's bring out Jessica Jones too. She'll come out. I'm going to have to pay 3. I'll use the rest of my 3 here. Bring her in. Now I got Nick Fury there, but we have to wait. So, Black Cat will attack for 1. Jessica Jones will attack for 2. Jessica takes a hit there for attacking, so that's 3. Brings them down to 10. I'm in Peter Parker's side, so I get to draw 6 cards now. And I will ready up my characters. And at this point, because I'm in Peter Parker's form, the villain is going to scheme this time instead of attacking. So the 1 threat goes up on the main scheme. Now Rhino will scheme. He's got one already. 2. He's going to add 2 more threat. Now we will get the encounter card that comes out. And it is a bomb scare. Reports are out that Hydra agents have planted a bomb in a nearby hotel. When revealed, place an additional 1 threat here. Acceleration icon. So I will place 3 threat on that. And I'll increase the threat in the main scheme at the start of the villain phase. So next turn that threat's going to go up more. Alright. I think I could do this here. Let's do that. Alright. So immediately I'm going to switch to Spider-Man form. I'm going to X to attack the Rhino, but I can't because I'm stunned. So I get rid of that condition. Black Cat will attack for 1, bringing him down to 9. Jessica Jones will attack. She's going to take a pip of damage here for 2 more. Brings him down to 7. And at this point, we'll bring out a swinging web kick. Pay with that with a genius card, which gives me 2 resource, and a interrogation room, which will do 8 points of damage and take out the Rhino. Just in time. Hey, thanks for watching.